Hello, good morning, fellow Binanceans. And I'm sure some of you are looking at Bitcoin charts and cryptocurrency charts and wondering, what the hell is going on? So I'm here, hopefully, to explain what the hell is going on. So this is to do with a company called Mt. Gox. Okay, and you've probably never heard of them. So Mt. Gox is basically a Bitcoin exchange based in Japan, and it went into administration, bankruptcy, whatever, in 2014, because what happened was the Bitcoin that it had was being stolen by whoever, or a lot of Bitcoin basically went missing and they couldn't account for it. So it went into liquidation in 2014. So here, over 850,000 Bitcoin stolen from Mt. Gox in 2014. Now, the thing is, what has happened recently is that some of the Bitcoin has been found. I think about 141,000 Bitcoin has been found. So all of those people who had the Bitcoin are now going to get some of it back. And it's roughly, so for every 10 Bitcoin they had, they're going to get 1.4 Bitcoin back. Now, if we go back to 2014, the price of Bitcoin in 2014 was less than $1,000. And if you look at 2013, when some of these people might have bought it, it just topped out over $1,000. But a lot of the time in 2013, it was about $130. Okay, so that was the price of Bitcoin in 2013 and 2014. And now, obviously, the price of Bitcoin now, after the dip, is just under 60,000. So if we call Bitcoin, say, if you look here, it pretty much sort of average out about $500, I guess. Okay, finished at 320. So the price of Bitcoin has gone up 120 times. So these people are going to lose out. So if they had 10 Bitcoin, they're now going to get 1.4 back. Okay, because they found this Bitcoin. They haven't found it all that was stolen, but they found a lot of it. God knows how you find 141,000 Bitcoin. But anyway, so they're going to get a roughly 1 for 7 deal. So they're going to get 1 back for every 7 they had in 2014. And obviously the price of Bitcoin has gone up 120 times. So they've kind of lost out on the Bitcoin, but they're going to gain out massively. Okay, so they got a 1 for 7 deal, but they're getting 120 to 1 ratio back. So they're gaining massively. Now, the thing is, they're going to get paid out on the 20th of November. And so all these institutions, so here. So what is going to happen here is we're going to get some pressure. So there we go. About 141,000 Bitcoins are in the hands of the trustee, meaning the total amount of stake is over $9 billion going by Bitcoin's current price. Of these, around 1.7 billion will go to 10,000 creditors, potentially introducing sell-side pressure to the market around the 20th of November. So the pressure is actually coming before that because people know about this. They know about this release of all these Bitcoin that are going to suddenly come onto the market, potentially. So the question is, how much of this Bitcoin is going to get sold? Now, it doesn't really matter, I guess. It's not really a massive amount. 140,000 Bitcoin. If we think that about 14 million Bitcoin that are actually out there, say about 7 million have been lost. So 141,000 Bitcoin is about 1% of the total market of Bitcoin that are out there. So it shouldn't really cause this big a issue of it dipping, 10%. Everything's gone down 10% effectively today. Bitcoin has, and other things will will go down further because people are panicking because they're not sure what's going on. So this is what is going on. So the market is kind of preparing for this big sale on November the 20th. But you've got to think, how many people are actually going to sell? Okay, if you know that Bitcoin is going to be going up to 100,000 in the next 2 months, are you going to sell on the 21st or 20th of November as soon as you get your Bitcoin? You might sell some of it, I guess. But I would have thought a lot of people would still hold on to it because they can see how much they've gained from holding it effectively for 7 years from 2014. They can hold it for another 5 years. They're going to be it's going to be worth so much more. It's going to be worth 20 times more from here on in. So that is one aspect of it, more Bitcoin coming onto the market. The other aspect is leverage. Okay, so what happened here is a lot of people went long in the market for Bitcoin because they expected to go up to 100,000. And with this crash, what happens is, how leverage works is that people use a Bitcoin, let's say, and they use it to gamble with effectively. And as soon as the price dips, the exchange whose Bitcoin is on, where you're gambling, okay, will sell it to recoup the amount of money you've kind of gambled, okay, and it'll be a fraction. So you'll be using 1 Bitcoin worth 60,000, but they'll sell it for effectively like kind of 45,000 because you use certain the way leverage works. Okay, so this is why you shouldn't use leverage. And what happens is by using leverage, it basically tanks the market even further. Okay, it causes a cascade effect. That's all you need to know, really. Leverage can cause a cascade effect, and this is the kind of thing where you see these big red candles where suddenly it'll hit all these kind of Bitcoin. It'll have to sell a load of Bitcoin basically to get make sure they don't lose any money effectively. Okay, so when it hits these things, it just tanks the market even further, and then you get other people then start to panic, and that's what it's all about basically. And now we're looking at sort of kind of the dead cat bounce, okay, where it goes up a little bit. Okay, people think, oh, good buying opportunity here. So I would suggest, it's gone down 10%. That's way too much. This is a great buying opportunity. I've started to move some money that I've got in my bank, and I've moved it in onto Coinbase. I'm getting ready to buy some more Bitcoin or whatever stock, because basically you've got a 10% discount here and it's way too much. Really, it should only be 1 or 2%. Okay, 140,000 Bitcoin that might not even get sold. Remember, it would kind of all have to get sold really for it to make the market go down what it is going down. So this is oversold in my opinion. So this is a great opportunity to buy. So hold on to your stock. It will bounce back up. You might get some more negative action on the 20th of November or 21st and 22nd due to this Bitcoin being released. So in a nutshell, that is why the market is tanked. Okay, it's to do with this Mt. Gox in Japan, an exchange that went belly up in 2014, and people are basically getting their Bitcoin back in 2021. And will they sell it or will they hold on to it? Nobody knows for sure, but that's the reason why it's tanked. Okay, bye now.